everyone to the LEC Analyst Desk, where we are joined by Neon, if everything is working correctly. Hello?
Hello, hello. Hi!
I mean,
Hi.
What the hell? This is now the second time in 2 weeks that you guys pull off such an incredible comeback. It feels like it was not as difficult as the one versus G2 though, so I'd love to get your perspective on how you got back into that game.
Well, we have like a team fighting comp, right? With like really strong carries, and basically the enemy team has to like kill the carries with the flank somehow. And what ended up happening is that the team fight went on too long. I had full Phantom Dancer stacks, full Conqueror stacks, and we were just able to not die like in the early stages of the team fight, and then I like just clean up and do like the Jinx things right with getting excited. So they just didn't play team fights as well as they should have, I think, with their gold lead, and that allowed us for a comeback. And with our comp, that's like exactly what we need.
Quick question, what happened with the DC? I remember I saw on social media there was a DC around the Dragon fight. Was it everyone? Was it just one person?
Okay, so what happened in the game, since we're all playing from our gaming house where the internet is probably not the best, we all 5 DC'd in game, but we were like still on voice, right? And then when we actually got back on our screens and we saw that the game was paused, we suddenly saw like members of Fnatic like next to us that they weren't previously there, right? So that was a bit sketchy because we weren't sure what was happening. Like we weren't sure how many seconds have passed since we were like DC'd. And then when we unpaused the game, we all went into a slow motion, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
for a while,
like
and then we had to pause. Yeah, then we had to pause again, and then we were like, okay, this fight is probably lost, so let's just run, guys, and try to not lose the game right now. And yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but apparently it didn't matter. Where it ranks in terms of your comebacks, oh, I hope you're not feeling too bad, by the way, is that 9.1k goal deficit. It was in this one. The other one versus G2 was, of course, 13.5. Yeah. Rather, in a twisted way, is this great practice for playing from behind, Neon?
I mean, not really. I mean, we haven't like showcased good early game, right? Which is a worrying trend, I would say. But we've showcased that we can actually come back and we play team fights really well, and we play well together in team fights, which I think is, on the other hand, very good, right? So I think we have like clear goals that we need to work on for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And like last game of the Super Week.
On the other hand, though, I know you gave an interview. I don't know if it was for general broadcast or on broadcast, but you talked about how Vitio is, of course, getting a lot of the praise for the roster. I think deservedly so, but you called out specifically Mursa, I believe, for also having a great season. I think in that regard, this should be a big confidence game for you, right? For you and for the rest of the team, because Vitio couldn't really do that much in this one.
No, I mean, the early game was really rough. We had a very unfortunate dive in the bot lane where we didn't like communicate properly certain things. And yeah, I think both Mursa and Zlatan play a huge role in our success this split so far. So I think like they should be getting a lot of praise as well, because they oftentimes set the carries up very well.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking about the early game, is that something you're going to work on? I mean, 2 weeks break, is that going to be the main focus before playoffs start?
It's actually 3 weeks break, I think. But yeah, I mean...
Oh, wait,
no?
Yes, you're
Isn't
right.
it?
Yes, you're right.
Technically it is, because you have the week for really leading up.
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks, you're right. So.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, the early game is a bit worrying, and I'm sure if we like all focus on it, we can like make sure that these things don't happen. I mean, partially, it's also drafts. Or like in G2 game, it might have been a bit draft, and sometimes there's like unlucky things happening. But yeah, our early games haven't been the cleanest, and I think if we are able to look back on them, we can also improve. So that's what I'm hoping for, at least.
Yeah, I like that you're introspective and you're saying, hey, yeah, we brought these games back, but we'd rather not do that, right? So we got to work on our early game. Thank you so much, Neon, and I hope you feel better.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. And after the break, we will get in... No, not after the break. We're going to go to a video because it's time for a match of the week. Vitality versus G2 in our LG Ultra Gear match of the week.